You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. If we go to the new party called SDP, we will lose the election. Let's hand on to APC. Who said so? Amaechi, a former governor of Rivers State and former minister of Nigeria. In a YouTube video, Rotimi Amaechi, former Rivers State governor, reflected on his political alliance and eventual fallout with Sule Lamido, ex-governor of Jigawa State. Amaechi detailed their once close relationship built on mutual respect and shared bold political ideals, but noted key disagreements that fractured their bond. During their tenures, Amaechi and Lamido were known for their outspoken reformist stances, often aligning on critical governance issues. Amaechi, however, admitted misjudging Lamido's approach. "I made the mistake of assuming that he was as radical as I was," he said, acknowledging that their strategies diverged despite their shared vision. Their alliance peaked when they, alongside with other governors, formed a committee to challenge President Goodluck Jonathan's administration ahead of the 2015 election. United in their opposition, they sought a strategic counter to Jonathan's leadership. However, tensions arose when Lamido chose to abandon the group's plan and join the Social Democratic Party (SDP), a move Amaechi and others opposed. We said, if we go to the new party called SDP, we will lose the election. Let's hang on to this one called the APC, Amaechi said. Amaechi reflected fondly on their camaraderie, stating, "We were quite good friends when we were in government. We had our bad times that we disagreed. The final reach came with Lamido's SDP decision, which Amaechi believed undermined their electoral prospects." Amaechi further states, "The last one, before we broke rank, was when we agreed. All of us agreed to go against President Goodluck Jonathan, and we formed a committee of governors and others. This divergence marked the end of their political partnership, underscoring differing visions within Nigeria's complex political landscape." This was what transpired when Mr. Amaechi was the governor of Rivers State, and also Sule Lamido was the governor of Jigawa State. Yes, as governors together then, they were trying to make some comparison with what is going on in government today, looking at the strength, the sharpness of the governors forum then compared to what is going on in governors forums today. But Mr. Amaechi limited himself to the transaction between him and Sule Lamido, believing that yes, he happens to be a radical, but Lamido also he believed was a radical, but it's not as radical as Amaechi happens to be. Amaechi was, bold enough to say that during that time they were able to challenge the incumbent president, unlike what is going on now. It seems as if to him the governors in power now are not challenging the president right now, believing that a lot of things are being done that ought not to be done, that they need to stand their ground against the president. And he also pinpointed the fact that Lamido has his own stance. He said he remembered during their time that they wanted to, go against the president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan then, believing that probably what Jonathan was doing wasn't in their favor, they are not okay with it, and they decided to go through a party. And Lamido went to SDP, but Amaechi with his own colleagues decided not to go to SDP, but they should stay in APC then. And then, because they felt that the political calculation that they had shows that if they decide to go to SDP that time, they will eventually lose the election. But then APC can serve and stand as a respite for them, and then they will be able to carry the day. And true to what they did, APC defeated PDP in 2015 election, and that was the election that brought in President Muhammadu Buhari, and then made Amaechi a minister in that particular administration. Now, Amaechi was saying all this is at a book launch for Sule Lamido, and he was able to also highlight the fact that yes, they have different ideologies as regards their beliefs and their political, antecedents. And Amaechi, who happened to be the governor of the chairman of the governors forum during that time, of course, has so many things, to his credit. And he also spoke about, of course, their own political, fallout. I mean, with Sule Lamido, and knowing fully well that he's a man of his own stance, and also Amaechi is a man of his own stance too. He even pinpointed the fact that when he wanted to become the chairman of the governors forum, Lamido specifically told him he cannot be, because he asked him why, and he told him because you are a radical, that a radical can't hold such a position. And because of what Lamido said, Amaechi decided to, contest, and eventually he won. Even the second time again, he contested and he won. And Lamido was still saying he can't be again the second time, but he won. Amaechi was able to, pinpoint the singular fact that Lamido, some of his stand propelled him into taking some bold decisions. Even though they disagree, they eventually agree, until at that point of separating from where they were from, their party, staying at APC, and then Lamido going to SDP, because they both originated even from PDP. And they all decided that, okay, if Lamido goes to SDP, he is not going to go there. He advised his colleagues then, and they moved to APC, which eventually was, advantageous. It pays them at the end of the day. So he's looking at political alliance, and also looking at what is going on right now. His belief is that President Tinubu is running the government with impunity, not minding what is going on, and there's nobody to challenge him. Unlike himself, with his own close friendship with Lamido, which they build mutual respect and share bold, political ideas, but still they have different noted disagreement that eventually fractured their bonds, believing that no matter how close anybody is, when it comes to the administration of the people, we should make sure that it is the people that carries the day, not individual relationship or friendship. Very, very important. Amaechi and Lamido, during their time, they were known for their spoken reformist stance, often aligning on critical governance issues, which is a very good quality for both of them. And he admitted that he has been judged, Lamido's approach in some other areas. But at the end of the day, they can live to tell the story even today. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.